In this video guide, I want to talk about Avidemux. I will show you how you can download it for free and how you can install it. What is Avidemux? It's a free software to do just a little bit, well, the basic of video editing and video montage. So if we go to the web, we can search for Avidemux here. The first link is to get to the download page. And this is the current version right here. We can click here. This is in Italian, but you will find the same in your language, and then you can click on download. And once you do that, you will find it on the download folder, or you can just click and there you go. I've already downloaded, so I will just open it up. Otherwise, you just have to wait a few minutes because it's a very light software, so you can download it very fast. And once you do that, you run the installer, which is also pretty basics, so I will not go through all the installer phases. You just double click, select the folder where you want to install it, and just select next until you have installed it. And I can tell you it will be very fast. Within minutes you will have this little software installed. So you have other alternatives, free alternatives. I will make some videos in the following days about, for example, Lightworks and OpenShot, which are other alternatives to the most important, which is Premiere Pro. And this is not for free. You can do a trial, you can test it, but then you will have to pay for this. So I am doing a series of videos to show some alternatives to Premiere Pro, but also in my channel you will find a video course in Premiere Pro. So if you search for JBD Tube, and you can access the playlists, so you go to the playlist page. Here you will find right here the playlist page, just a little bit below, the English video courses, and you will find here the Premiere Pro video course in English. I am currently publishing it, so it will be like 10 lessons long, something like that. And I also have other English video courses if you like, in 3D software and stuff like that. Also, if you want to support me, please subscribe to the channel, or if you want, you can buy some merchandising on the store. Okay, now let's get to the software, which is now installed. You can go to the start menu, double click on the Avidemux file right here. You can open it up, and this is what you will see. You will see this empty panel, and again, this is a pretty simple tool to use. So for the ones that are a little bit scared about video editing, they really don't know how to do that, this is probably a good starting point. For those of you who are looking for some more professional tool, maybe this is not enough. But let me show you what you can do. You can also use this if you are a pro by doing some very simple actions. So for example, let me open, everything starts with opening a video. So I will go to open video. And in this case, I have some videos that I have prepared for another, for the course, for the Premiere Pro course. So let me just get my folder. I have a little bit of things going on here. There you go. And my first project. And I have some videos here. Okay, I have downloaded this video from pexels.com. I will show you right away. It's a really nice website where you can download free stuff like images and videos, and you can use it maybe to do some first testing. And these are all high quality videos and images. Okay, so I have downloaded this. Let me begin with the first video. The first thing I want to tell you is that you cannot open more than one video. So I will just select this first one and I will open it. There you go. So I have this video, really nice. It's telling me here what codec it's using. So it's telling me some basic information. If I go here, also I will have more information about the video, the codec, which is H264, and the dimension in pixels, the proportions of the pixels, the frame rate, and the total duration, which is 19 seconds and 2069 how you can say this in English is pretty difficult. Well, you can divide a second in 1000 little pieces. These are 269 out of 1000 pieces of a second, let's say like this. And again, you have other things that you can check out. So now I can move with the CTI. I can go forward, and I think this is a pretty heavy file, so it doesn't show me anything. Let me hit play. Okay, if I hit play, I can see something, which is pretty slow motion. And I think I have to run at least one time to see then to move and see some changes. Well, maybe as I said before, this is not a professional software, so it's really limited. But if I hit play, I can definitely see some movement. It's pretty still image here. Okay, what I can do is now move with the play or using this frame by frame movement. So one frame here is it represents a little portion of a second. So yeah, I have 24 frames per second, so 24 frames represent 1 second. So the second is split into 24 parts. Okay, then I can move like that. And you have some navigation tools here. I will not go into details. I will just show you the basic stuff. And if you want, you can also do a little bit of research and study by yourself. Okay, so this is my video. And one thing I can do with this software is to convert the video. So this is the input here, but I can also change the output. So I can change this, for example, from NVIDIA H264 to MPEG-4. And I can also change some other options here. I can add some configuration to this 264 compression. You can change here, you can do a lot of stuff with anything with any of these compression and formats. You can configure a lot of stuff here. And again, I'm sorry this is in Italian, but you will find it in your language when you install the software. You also have some filters. Again, you have some really basic stuff like transforming the frame. You can change colors. Let's see, for example, contrast. So I will double click on this and I can work with the filter. So I have brightness and contrast here. And when I'm satisfied, I can hit OK, and this will be applied to your video. And you have a lot of stuff, but I will leave you to your own. Well, you have also a preview of your change. Okay. So what else you can do? You can export. So you can save this with the save button here, and you can change. As you can see, now we are saving to MKV. But if I change the codec, I can then also save it. The output right here at the bottom. You can change it. You can save it into other formats. For example, AVI. And I can also make some configuration here. Okay, let's save it again. And there you go. I can convert this into this other different format. So you can use actually this software as a converter. You can convert video formats if you want. You can change codecs. You can compress more. You can compress more or less one video, and you can do this basic stuff. And this is one way you can use this software. The other way is to create video montage. So in this case, I only have one clip. What if I want to add more clips? Then I have to go to File and go to Add or Control A, and I can add some other stuff. Let's, for example, choose this one, other video, always from pexel.com. Okay, now it's telling me that width and height are different, between the first and this video. So you have two workarounds, which is resizing or add border or crop and so on. So you must do this choice. So basically, you will have to add more space around here, and so this is a little bit more difficult to do. You just have to go to filter and resize it the size of the biggest video that you want to add. Otherwise, you just have to be careful to pick videos that are always the same size. Now I want to add a video which is smaller, not bigger. So let me go, for example, into this folder. Sorry, I am saving. I wanted to add, so let's go to add. Well, let's try with this one. No, let's try with this other one. Okay, now it's not telling me anything. So the video is either smaller or the same size of this one. And if I go forward, now I can see the other video. See? So I can hit play, and there you go. It's moving after the cat's eye here. I will see the other clip, and then I can continue to add more and more clips. And then when I'm satisfied, I can export everything again in the same way, just saving here the file. And let's save this on the desktop, for example. Let's save this as video 1. Okay, let's hit save. Okay, it's telling me that it's a bad idea to use this codec with a heavy AVI. So let's choose an MKV. Or do I want to continue? Well, I don't care. I want to continue. Let's see what's going to happen. And this shouldn't take long because I only have added 2 video clips to my montage, and they are pretty big. So the bigger they are in resolution and the more time they will take to be rendered. And so just a few seconds more, I can already see the AVI file down in the desktop. Let's hope that it works. There you go, done. And I will double click to see the results. There you go. So it's showing me the result without any problem. So maybe they are not pretty compatible, the AVI and this other codec, but you can do a test anyway. So this is all for this video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can find the right use for this nice and free little software called Avidemux. And if you enjoyed the video, please support me again, subscribing or buying some merchandising, and see you in the next videos.